God, you're extra. Bruh. What up, D?
What's up, dude?
Shout out to G.
Shout out to G. G. Smiff, who is our special guest for this episode.
And next episode.
Spoiler alert. In this episode, we podcast through a tornado warning.
Yeah, we pretty much had to. Well, we had to stop twice.
We had to duck and cover.
We almost, not really,
but
we thought
stop.
we were gonna have to.
Yeah,
we about got picked up and swept away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So we start off with like some tangents and tornadoes,
and the shredded video.
Yeah. And then we start to get into G's first musical experience.
Dude, fifth grade.
Was it fifth grade or was it earlier?
He said fifth grade with FL Studio. That's what it was.
That's crazy.
That's so early.
Barbecue baked potatoes.
Boy, them barbecue hitters.
Oh.
And G's going to the NBA. Another spoiler alert. That's in the podcast. Kind of.
And then we talk about the evolution of G's musical craft, where it went from the original Fruity Loops era to where he is now.
Yeah, and how and why I referenced NBA and kind of talked about his athletic career, like his whole life before music, I guess.
Yeah. The whole collegiate experience.
What kind of drove him to that conclusion to continue making music.
And then we touched on some early musical collaborations that came thereafter he made that path change from athlete to musician.
Which caused him to move states, which is why we know who he is. And then, some collaborations. And then also touching on that, too, how he talked about being part of, or we had the chat about being part of teams in college, just like groups that like help each other get stuff done, and kind of like what do you call them, extracurriculars.
And there is no I in team.
Facts.
Best believe.
Facts. Dirty Dan came by and said what's happening.
We got a Dirty Dan cameo for the for the fans out there.
Hell yeah, that was a good podcast though.
Yeah,
I'm pretty happy with this one.
Finished up with a little bit of boot culture on Broadway.
I thought you said boob culture.
No,
I was like, wait a second.
Boot.
What part did I miss?
Boot.
And what'd G say? He said, "This is how you know it's Nashville." Nashville talks or something like that.
You'll find it. Listen for it. Tell us what it is.
And always show us some love on the socials if you can. You know.
And as always,
Moose. What's happening? Dusty, what's your Instagram?
At Dusty Wright.
Boy.
With WRITE. As always, thank you guys for listening so much. And also shout out to our sponsors.
Strong body.
And Shaw Audio. They keep us in here.
Keep it turning and burning.
And this is Little Risk Big Fest.
I don't scare easy now. Guess my nuts a little bigger. Chopping up trees in the timber, feeling like Johnny Storm in the winter. She say I'm hot, but my flow is colder than polar bear shivers. I got my sauce back and my bread right, but she don't love you. She low key on the side. She in the club tonight, nose at an Aspen Heights, grinding on her girlfriend, head bobbing while I rock the mic. Niggas still hating on me. I ain't do no thing but collect my change. Making dollars, now they say I changed. We ain't worth the same. Yeah, I might have switched up a little, had to, or else be stuck in the middle of nowhere, going nowhere with nobody saying nothing to me. Y'all know the drill. Quit trying to screw me, yo nut ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up already, boy. Little Risk Big Fit.
Strong. Little Risk Big Fit.
What's
happening?
We back.
We in this thing.
Like a bad habit.
You might hear some thunder. Damn, I am kind of loud, ain't I?
The thunder may roll in this song.
In this podcast.
Sorry.
So.
Speaking of, y'all might hear that.
It's storming like a wildfire. So, But we got another guest.
Very special guest.
We hit up both Garretts in the same week. We didn't even think about it, but we were like, fuck. Well, no, you messaged me, Garrett. So welcome, G. Smiff.
G. Smith, what's up?
We need a
money.
Yeah. We need some like cheers, or like Garrett said, we need some claps or
some applause in here.
Yeah. We also need that annoying DJ horn. I was listening to a
Yeah.
podcast the other day, and someone said something. They were talking about the guy that originally made that, and it like came from a different genre of music. And
Was it reggae?
I think it was some kind of like
I can see it being reggae. Now
electronic
that you say
music,
that.
to be honest with you.
Electronic
sure.
reggae?
Electronic reggae, that's crazy.
You're reaching. You're reaching.
I would love to hear some electronic reggae. Then.
Damian Marley going ham on a machine right now.
Dude, that would kind of be cool.
Mhm.
Like if you
Yes.
blended that, you know what that actually reminds me of? Major Lazer.
Oh,
Listen to Major Lazer?
Who's the? It's a duo, right?
It's I think it's a super group actually. So Diplo, and I don't know who the others are, but let me.
Is 8-Track in there?
I don't know actually.
Hey, are you intending for the TV to be on?
Oh, the TV's not on, and I'm not recording this. But anyway, yeah, will you turn that on? Or can you reach it? Or I can probably reach it better. Or no? You got it. All right. Trio. It just says trio.
Where's the button?
Should be on that side. Somewhere.
Right there we go.
Includes record producer Diplo and DJs Jillionaire and Walshy Fire. Don't know who that is.
All right, the first one was a fire name. Jillionaire, I like that one.
Jillionaire's dope. What is going on?
It's up there now, bro.
I know, but it keeps flashing on. Okay.
Major
We should be
Lazel.
good. And then I can also record the screen. So the idea is, and I haven't done this yet, that's why I said like video probably won't come out when audio does, because I've been slacking on the videos, because I've been recording a lot of them and then haven't been like putting the videos together, just at least put out the audio.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm also recording like my laptop screen, so I can try to cut that in, trying to make it like, I don't know,
That's
as
genius.
professional as possible.
Yeah, that's nice.
I just watch a lot of podcasts. I steal different ideas from different things.
Where do you watch the
Still.
podcast on YouTube?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I watch a lot of just, I don't know, I probably have like 5 main podcasts that I listen to. Of course, dude, look at my pop socket.
Oh yeah.
Joe Rogan,
Yeah, you've been on
huge
it.
fan.
Man, that thunder was crazy. Y'all felt that in your
Yeah,
feet?
I felt that in my bones, bro.
Yeah, that's good. Made your
Bouncing off my vertebrae.
bone marrow shake, huh?
Oh, hell.
Jeez Louise. I
So-
didn't realize it was supposed to do all this, you know?
It's cool. We got CBD. We'll chill out with that. And
Okay.
some beers, you know. How's that vodka and Sprite over there?
Oh, it's
Good?
lovely.
It's
Thank
about empty. She said, okay, what's happening with no? There's more vodka down there.
you. Round 2.
All right, so when did you meet G, Dusty?
I met G. You brought him over. We were at the Grove.
Okay, so you met him at the crib.
Throwback.
Yeah.
That's been a
I
minute.
believe that's when I met. I believe that's when I met you. Like you came over to the house. I don't remember if it was like when me and you lived in the same apartment, or when I was like.
No, it was probably before that.
I think
We've been kicking it for a minute.
Yeah.
So
I think you're right, yeah.
G is an artist, producer,
Engineer,
engineer,
creative,
Yeah,
songwriter,
you do a lot of
rapper.
different shit. It's kind of hard to put like labels
I
on
got
it.
a lot of hats, man.
But it's fun. That's why you and I always vibed, because you're like,
Definitely.
hey, like you know about this or you know about that, and like to be honest, it's another one of my friends that I would pretty much say is when it comes to anything with like creative meets digital, we are nerds when it comes to that shit. I mean, just same thing with you, Dusty, but like us doing audio stuff, we just like clicked up. You know what? You're
What's that?
one of the thing I thought about the other day. You're one of the people that told me, you were like, do you have Slate Digital plugins? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, you don't use them? And I was like, I just really haven't got around to it or whatever. And then I started using them.
Yeah.
That's like what I use exclusively now.
That's your primary right now.
That's my good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? So I'm just gonna ask already. What about plugins or do you have like a specific brand that you like better than others?
Since I'm still broke, I'm still using Waves. I really want to get the UAD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to
Yeah.
level up
Dude,
to
I'll
UAD.
tell you, if you can, I'll show you a couple things on Slate. Stuff that I feel like is kind of, I wouldn't say secret weapon, but it helps give me body like I'm running on a console.
And that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going
You
for.
don't need
using-
UAD. You don't need UAD. I'll show you a couple things after this.
All right.
Actually, it's one main thing, I would say, and I was taught by a friend when we were in school. And I think it, like, not completed. Yeah, kind of. Because I was learning about everything, like how to use a compressor, when to use EQ, like mix buses, different channel buses.
Right.
I was learning more about that, like summing, and also using plugins. But that was like kind of like my missing link. A lot of people say, like Garrett said on last podcast, or it'll be not the last one when you're hearing this, but the one before that, Garrett Hayes Part 1. Where was I going with that? Oh shit, I lost my train of thought, motherfucker. Oh, he said when you mix on analog, like coming off the board, it, like right after a recording session, it like automatically sounds like way better than most people's mixes digitally.
Yes, it does.
And there's like big things you can do with certain plugins that can help give you that. And excuse me, and you don't need UAD.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you shitting me? For real?
I'm not kidding.
Because, man, that's... Me
Working
personally...
at the local grocery store.
You have Slate? You don't have Slate plugins.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You have the everything bundle?
Yeah, I do.
Bro, I got you.
Listen, I get the best mixes off of SSL 9000. I haven't been able to use it since I was at Blackbird. But, like,
okay.
when I was using that, I was going off.
Yeah.
And I was at Paragon Studios for a little bit.
Yep.
Over in Franklin. Going off, man.
I mean, there's also a lot of different things that go into it with when you're mixing, like, to get... I mean, when you're mixing on a board, usually you're in a professional studio that has a great room, it has great other gear that you can use, compressors, EQs, even just the channel strips, obviously, are good, but, I mean... and then you got those great speakers. I mean, usually 9 times out of 10, that's what you're getting. So I feel like it's also easier to hear a better mix automatically because you're in a good space.
Facts.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, most definitely.
So I don't like when you play your mix, like a finished mix that you finished at home in a studio, it sounds better. Like it just sounds better.
Yeah.
Because the room's better. But yeah, I mean, I feel you on the UAD. True. If I could upgrade anything, like my next upgrade for anything audio would probably be the same thing though.
UAD?
I'd say, yeah. It's just worth it. The interfaces are better, preamps are better. And then also
I want to use that
those
DSP.
Plugins. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I really want.
So, did the lights just flash?
That was lightning,
Let me double tap the save button real quick.
Okay.
But,
Guys, we are oh my
Wow.
This episode,
Wow.
this is a documentary of, I don't know, we're about to...
I feel bad my puppy's home.
what I'm gonna do is I'm
Should've brought
gonna pause it, save it, and then I'm gonna stitch this part back together just in case we got this much of it at least.
Okay.
I feel like the power's about to turn off.
I do too.
Yeah, we should've brought it. I didn't know it was going
It's really bad weather. Like, we underestimated how bad this is. We gotta drop that.
Yeah, like I put zero thought into
Oh, well, looks like we're spending the night.
Yeah, man. I had no idea it was going to be this bad. This is real bad.
I'm about to...
Excuse me. Those beer burps.
No,
This
you...
podcast is sponsored by Beer Burps.
Oh, yeah. We back running.
Yeah,
We back running. Guys, I'm about to pull up the weather so you can know what's going on there. Oh,
Word.
Yo, wait, what was that?
Have you seen the Shred It video?
No.
Oh, we're gonna have to show him the Shred It video.
Could you read that?
Guys,
Yeah.
it's actually almost...
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
It's actually almost over.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, what?
Has it
Okay,
passed
it's still
Nashville
running.
yet? Is it
Okay,
going
you
north
ready?
or going
Right
north?
now, okay, it'll pass Nashville probably like...
Gee,
I'll
right.
tell you, hang on.
Here it goes. Okay. I know we've shown this before, but they're like they shred paper for companies that are like closing or like or just getting rid of documents.
Yo, why is he so hyped for this?
Because it's like I don't know. It's just
He's a silly fellow, I guess. I don't know.
He's got 2. No, just wait.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo, he wilding out. Just wait.
It's got the labels falling off and shit. Watch, wait.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, man.
Alright, cool.
Which one is that?
And that was me
And
at one point.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
But as
Okay,
far as
so
this
we'll
will
be alright.
Yeah, we'll be all right. This is gonna pass Nashville in about an hour.
Okay.
So
What about Murfreesboro, though? It's about out of Murfreesboro.
hour and a half from Murfreesboro.
Okay, cool. Are we like through the bad part of it, or are we like in the middle of the bad part? Because that's what it feels like, kind of.
Yeah, I think we just went. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
How
we're
about-
here until you know what they say. Like if you're gonna get on that horse, you gotta ride it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
So
Before
let's start.
Yeah, let's start digging in before
before
anything may or may not happen. So
Okay.
what I'm curious is, first off, like what made you want to pursue music? Like, what was your first experience with music?
Man, my first experience with music was when I was living.
Damn, son, you
What's
got a
that?
radio voice, boy.
Oh, you think so?
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Comes on, yeah. Well, man. So
You gotta hear me, yo. You know what I'm saying? Every Saturday we get it live in Ibiza. You know what I'm saying? Come on through. It's $20 to get through the door.
You need your own show. You
Oh,
need your own
man.
show.
Oh,
You should
I
do,
get-
dude. You could do a podcast.
Yeah,
Okay,
do a
go.
podcast.
Anyway, go ahead.
What's the question again?
Sorry.
What was your first experience with music?
Okay, first experience with music is man, I was living in Dallas, Texas. I was born in Dallas, Texas, and
Wait, really?
yeah,
I had zero idea.
Me
Okay,
too.
continue.
dropping gems. All right, so it was like second grade, man. Second grade, they bring us out the classroom. I'm thinking like, okay, this is probably gonna be something fun. Every time they bring us out the classroom, it's gonna be something fun. So
Right.
they bring us out, they take us to the computer lab, and they loaded this program. To this day, I still don't know what it is, but it kind of reminds me of like early Pro Tools, you know.
Your first experience with music was on a computer?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah,
like
my-
you didn't play like recorder or something before this?
I did, but
Not till
at-
after.
Yeah,
Like
not till
fourth
after-
grade?
It was
Like fourth or fifth or something?
yeah, it was fourth grade.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
was-
when we played
It
recorder.
was yeah. No,
I feel like every school plays recorder.
I'm gonna just say no, it wasn't. It was third grade. It was third grade was a quarter, and then fourth grade,
Bells.
no, fourth and fifth grade
We played
was.
those fucking.
I was playing the double bass.
What
We played those bells.
You was playing the bells.
Yeah, they had like a little mallet on them. And
are
you
y'all
swing
talking
it.
about? Like, why are y'all playing these instruments at the school?
We had like a music class, but I also went to like some.
Dang.
Yeah, I had some music classes too when I moved to Virginia. But anyways, like, so they took us to this computer class. I mean, to this computer lab, right? And they had this program, right, where you can click. You had the mouse and you clicked on different music notes, and then you could arrange it, so you can make your own song like that.
Oh,
And I was
that's
like,
cool.
yeah, and I was always like, man, I gotta create because I was such a creative kid, and like I was like, I gotta do something, I used to draw all the time, and then I found this, like, wow,
Yeah.
I want to do this
Damn.
every day.
Dude, I can't believe your first experience with music. That's still blowing my mind.
Yeah,
Like, especially because that early. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
yeah.
Damn.
And then
So-
one of my homeboys, he showed me FL Studios, right, in the fourth grade. He's like, yo, you
Nah.
heard about? Yeah.
Damn.
He said he showed me. Nah, fifth grade. My bad. I'm sorry, fifth grade. And he was like, you have you seen this program? It's free. What? It's free? So I'm like, yo, this reminds me when I was in the second
Was
grade.
it free at first?
Yeah, like the free trial.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I was going
It shuts
ham.
down and then you have to load it back up.
Yeah, I went ham on that free trial for like 2 years.
Damn, dude, that's fucking dope.
Mhm.
Okay.
That is crazy.
So you started off making beats.
Yeah, trash beats
Damn.
though.
Bro.
Trash.
I was
I've
actually
talked about it plenty of times.
I was
on
trying
here.
to do this weird thing where it was like a DJ chop, and then try to put some drums over it.
Yeah.
Like I would take some like Ludacris sample and chop it up and put some drums on it, right? But it was whack, man. No, it was trash.
Hey, you were trying though. That's
Yeah.
that's all it is, man. Trial and error, and you figure that stuff out. What did Eli say last night? He said, "I will take creativity over or artistry over musicianship any day of the week."
Yeah.
Because it's a good point. A lot of people in the music industry in general. I mean, I didn't really think about it until I came to school because hip hop, nobody gives a shit about your music knowledge. It's as if you can make good music or not, and you don't have to have a bunch of actual music theory knowledge, and like you don't have to be able to play an instrument even. Because there's some people that can play an instrument, but they don't know. They can tell you what they're playing. They just know how to do whatever they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they picked it up and made sounds.
Yeah.
But in hip hop, nobody really gives a shit about that. They want to know how you're. And now more than ever, it's more like that. And a lot of people hate on people that don't know a lot about music that are making music. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a confession, man. This is probably like one of the first times I ever said this, but that's probably ruined me. I'm not gonna say ruined, but like messed me up in the long run. My progression, like musically. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing too much.
Knowing too much music theory and stuff.
Yeah, knowing too much music theory, knowing too much about.
Because you're like, oh, it should follow this structure. It should follow this rule.
You make it analytical, and when you make it analytical, you take away from
a little bit of creativity.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that raw creativity.
Because I'm on the other end. You know, I used to play piano and stuff, and like I used to be able to read music decent, and that's all because I don't use it.
Yeah.
I don't play keys hardly ever. Like barely with my MIDI controller. I use it to do like a lead with a synth or something to like kind of riff, but otherwise I don't. Like all my theory knowledge just kind of went, and I was thinking this year would be a good time for me to like get a little bit back into it while it's still kind of fresh. Not super fresh, but like it's so far removed yet.
I think you only need the basics, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just like when you can hear something. Like I also feel like my ear needs to be better because I like when you can hear something and say, "This is where I can start."
Okay.
Like where I can put my hands on the keyboard. Like not that I couldn't figure out the scale, but it takes me a lot longer now than it ever did because my ear's not as trained.
Okay.
But there's a lot of factors that go into that for me, at least too. Like I listen to way less music than I ever have.
Yeah, it's
Ever.
crazy, right?
I'm obsessed with podcasts.
It's crazy.
I haven't listened to music except for in the gym today, and I considered listening to the podcast that I was listening to in the gym today because it was that good.
It's wild, man. I've been doing the same thing. I've been listening to podcasts like every day when I'm working.
And it also like gives you a little bit of a break, I think. You know, especially when you're making music all the time. You don't need to listen to music to make music. Are you getting a warning?
Tornado warning in this area until 7:30.
Okay, which one? It's a warning or watch that's bad, right? Like that means it's like touchdown somewhere.
No, tornado watch it's the conditions to be a tornado. Tornado warning means there's inland spotted.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Take shelter now.
It does say
Does it
take.
say
It
take
literally
shelter?
says take shelter now.
It does say take shelter now.
It sounds like it outside. That's crazy as hell.
you guys.
Dude, that's what it says.
This podcast going viral,
All
man.
right, we gotta take a break.
Can we take this podcast with us?
It's the spinner.
Sorry, dudes, and it's at the top, so like we're
That
at
just
the top of
scares
the
me.
house.
Yeah, we're at the top of the house, and that
All
really
right,
scares me.
we'll be back with a little more of
Little wrist, big fist. Little wrist.
and we're not playing a song because it's just a break, like in the same podcast.
Risque.
This tornado is
Risque. I mean, I promise, as soon as I get some money, I'm gonna get some diamond teeth.
what?
Little wrist, big fist.
Yeah.
So we're back from the
From the-
brief intermission from the Sturm.
From hashtag tornado 2019.
We need to get like a transition sample. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Do 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 do.
That's clean there, Dusty. What's up, G?
Boop did he?
What's
steal?
Are
happening?
you scared or no?
Nah,
Of
man.
the
Nah,
Sturms?
me and him took a trip outside and
Yeah, it's
It's
calculated.
not that
the-
bad.
There's a lot of tornadoes in Texas, man.
That's what we found
Well,
out.
good thing we're not in Texas.
Now, if we were in Texas, we'd be shit out of luck. I would need some new draws.
Yo. Okay. Dude, you know what I had when I was in Texas? Have you ever been?
To where?
Texas.
I've never. Well,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
been to Texas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been to
Okay. Yeah. That's right. I just forgot. We just
Yeah,
talked
every
about
now and
that.
again,
So
every now and
stupid.
You
All
know.
right. I'm sorry. We didn't like just. It was kind of like I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes ago now since we
Okay.
just chilled. But anyway,
For sure.
dude, did you ever have a loaded baked potato in Texas where they put like all the meat and stuff on it? Like it's like
Oh, you talking
full
about
of, like
pulled pork?
Oh,
Ooh.
dude, you can.
I've
get
never
it,
tried
like,
that, actually.
Stuffed with like, and dude, these potatoes.
They did that here.
These potatoes were like that. Like that was your meal.
Fat,
was
bro.
This, and then it was probably like that thick because it had
Wow.
a bunch of meat like stuffed into it.
That sounds like a new concoction,
Meat,
man. Like,
cheese.
It was in Houston.
Yeah. I've been to
See.
Houston once.
Okay. So maybe there's like it's regional.
Yo, it's a big state.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
But you
huge
can
state.
get the. You can get. There's barbecue joints where you can get that stuff here.
But in Texas,
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I had
Yeah.
that good
So-
old Texas barbecue.
Oh, nice.
And it was like a home, like it was like
Yeah.
the place that I went to get that type of thing was in, it was called Ray's, I believe. And there was only like 2 of them in town.
Naturally.
Rays.
Yeah.
I feel
And it was
that
just like a
sound- why does that
hometown
sound-
thing, or like a, no, I don't know if it was like a hometown, maybe it was a chain, but it was like it was like,
Sweet baby.
you know what I mean? It was
Sweet
like,
baby.
Sweet baby Rays.
you only get that in that town, probably, or something.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
it's a
that's
regional
fine.
thing, I guess, is
gotcha.
what I'm trying to say.
But it's good.
My thing, man. I love the Tex-Mex, man.
Oh, yeah.
Tex-Mex food.
Yeah.
I got her onto it.
Yep.
It's bomb.
It's fire.
It's fire.
Like, what do you like, though? What's your favorite shit?
Man,
And where do you go to eat that?
um,
So you live in Nashville, so you have decent options, or no?
yeah, man. We live off of Nolensville Pike, man. It got
Have you ever
Whole
been to La
bunch of-
Hacienda? Right there?
La Hacienda?
Where's it at?
It's right next to Phonolux, a big record store.
No, actually, I haven't been over there.
It's pretty good.
I haven't been over there, man. But we love Uncle Julio's, man. Yeah, the carne asada over there at Uncle Julio's.
Is that in Nashville?
Bussin'. Yeah, it's over there in Brentwood, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Fire.
Bussin'.
That sounds good.
Man, it's crazy.
And that's making me hungry.
The way they marinate it is nobody else does it.
Like nobody's business.
Nobody.
Nobody but
Nobody.
So do I have this still recording? Yes, I do.
cool. Cool.
So let's go to, before we get knocked down by a tornado, let's go into a little bit. Okay, so we talked about your first experience with music. So really, you made beats for a while, then I take it.
Yeah.
So did you were you like, I should rap to these, or did you just make beats for a long time?
Man, at first
Obviously,
I was
you're a rapper now.
yeah,
but,
yeah. At first I was just making the beats. I was cool with that. And
So
then,
you did that for how long, you think?
man, I did that up until 7th grade is when I started rapping.
Did you
it was
do
about
anything
3
with your
years.
beats before that? Did you try to give them to anybody or anything like that? Or were you just doing it as a hobby, kind of?
Yeah, I was just doing that as a hobby. Just
Like whenever I have time, like
Yeah.
whenever I want to do this, like it's something that was kind of fun.
the only person I really showed were my parents and my little brother.
Okay.
I couldn't show
Yeah.
nobody else, man. I was
Yeah.
like,
Dude, that's
What'd they say? What did they ever give any input?
no, my parents really never gave much input until
they
it
probably
was.
didn't think much of it, right?
Nah,
I mean,
right,
it's
right.
like
It was like a hobby. Like they're not gonna crush my dreams, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
If that's what I want to do, but they were like, oh, that's nice. I
they
like.
didn't see it as like a career path or something. Did you at that point?
No, I
You
didn't.
didn't say like, I want to do this forever. This is something that people
Nah,
do.
man, I was trying to get to the league at that point. Basketball.
No
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
That was your whole dream.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, that's why I'm not popping right now with the whole music, man. Because as long as I've been doing
Because you're about to get signed.
no.
Oh.
No.
I thought you were about to go to the league.
Nah, like,
You've been working on your game. I thought you meant
all right. So what I'm saying is,
G's going to the
majority of-
NBA. What team? Dude.
What team? I would go to
Memphis Grizzlies.
the Wizards, man. I got to do it. I got to bring
Okay.
one home for the city.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Growing up, my main focus was basketball.
Ball.
Yeah, it was basketball, and I didn't sports actually, basketball, football, and
Hoop
track.
dreams, boy.
Exactly. I was trying to go to the league in either one of those.
Okay.
But then when it hit the fan, like it was.
Did you get hurt or something?
I did, man. I was running track and field at Virginia Tech. I hurt both my
I
hamstrings.
remember you telling me you ran track. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
hurt both my hamstrings on like the day of. We was about to
What?
get on the bus to go to Miami, and my coach was like, "Let's do some drills."
Nah.
Didn't warm up, nothing. Just yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
usually, I mean, especially in track and field, that's like mad important.
Yeah, man.
Is that
Your
you
hamstring.
stretch and you warm
Yeah.
up your muscles, correct?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
See, track and field, dude, I couldn't understand. First off, couldn't really understand people working out in general at that time, like in school to play sports and stuff, especially in like
Yeah.
high school. But like
Yeah.
I kind of understood the working out part, but people running as something they like to do, I thought you're psychotic.
Yeah, man.
Like I just don't. I hated it, and I still don't really like to run unless I'm
Yeah.
like obsessed with working out. Like I'll
Yeah, I
run.
hate
It's a
that.
mind thing. It's a
I
mind
hate
thing.
running.
Man.
Always have, always will.
But some people are just into it. Like they feel like, and I experienced the runner's high, I think maybe a couple times, like in my life. And I finally understood when I was running a lot at the Grove, when we lived at the Grove, and I was going out for like runs outside. What's up? Yeah, I know. I'll explain later.
Okay.
But so you got hurt, and then what?
I got hurt, and I had to make a decision, man. It's either I'm gonna spend what was it, man? It's like 24, 28,000 a semester, stay at Virginia Tech,
Oh.
or I move somewhere.
So you were in college.
Yeah, I was in college.
No
So I either
shit.
do
so you
that-
did beats and rapping as a hobby through high school.
I did it throughout high school. I actually
Did you
got
do
some,
shows and stuff like that?
I did a few shows every now and again when one of the homies would invite me, but I never really.
So you had friends that made music and stuff.
Yeah,
and it was just kind of like, yeah, I do this too. We're
I
all
was
chilling.
yeah,
like-
I would sell beats. I would sell beats in high school, you know, so I can get some gas money and some shoe money. and
That's
stuff
cool.
Like that.
That's cool.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I wasn't really out there like that until
Okay.
until after that happened, and then I was trying to go.
But you saw it more as like possibly something that could pop off if like somebody made a good song on one of your beats or like something like that.
Yeah, I was keeping my
But
options
you weren't
open.
like, okay. So you started to see it more as a career option. So you had that kind of thought at one point. And you're
Yeah,
like,
man.
no, I'm good at sports. Like, did you get a scholarship or to Virginia Tech or
I had a
did you-
partial.
Okay.
I had a partial, and I was working. Here's the fucked up thing about it. I hurt my hamstrings in my early sophomore year, right? And
College.
yeah, in college. So my freshman year, I was doing I was doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like a superstar,
Yeah.
right? But I was working my ass off. So that sophomore year came around, and I was doing the 200, the 400, and all the jumps,
Yeah.
right? So he was really trying to push me to do the 400 meters. So in the off season, I was working my ass off, and man, I was on track to be like top 10, top 15 in that event in the ACC
Damn.
as a sophomore. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I was
awesome.
going to be the number one at Virginia Tech, and they were pushing me hard, man. I was in the
So you were ready. You were like being primed to
Yes.
to like really excel
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
track and field program.
me and my roommate Tadashi Penda. Shout out to Tadashi Penda. He had-
Dashi Pinda.
No, Tadashi.
Tadashi.
Tadashi Penda. He actually
That's
ran
a
for.
dope name.
Yo, he ran for I'm butchering this, man. It's either Jamaica or Barbados.
That's really cool.
Olympics 2016, and I
Oh,
was supposed
wow.
to, yeah, man. We was both on track to go
Do
to
that.
the Olympics. Yeah, I was gonna be U.S. and he was gonna be his country.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it all went to shit, man. Everything I was
So
working
you
for.
got hurt, and then you were like, it's either
Dang.
keep spending the
dude.
money for the semester.
Yeah, and do
or-
communications.
So what happened?
Get a
like,
communications degree.
And if you don't want to talk about this, it's cool. You're getting a communications degree.
That's what
so
I would have
really,
done.
you were just like
Yeah.
kind of doing that so you could do sports.
Here's the thing. I was doing psychology. I had a psychology degree, and then I switched it over to communications because I needed more time for the track and field stuff.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
It was just too
So
much.
you were only there for sports.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so if you don't want to talk about this, you don't have to. But what was the reaction from like coaches, teammates, stuff like that when you got hurt?
Teammates, they were kind of bummed about it, but they understood it. I didn't really get no flack, you know, because sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, he faking it," you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that happens a lot in sports, man. When you're hurt for too long, or you know, it's always that type of mentality. But they never seen that with me, because even when I was hurt, man, I was still at practice pulling like 150-pound sled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throughout the whole 2 hours that we working out.
Just
So-
because that's what you could
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. So what? You pulled your hamstrings,
Yeah, I pulled both my hamstrings. Yeah.
and then you just didn't chill out. You just kept like going hard at practice, or what?
Nah, 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 it was-
Did you
it was
not
a-
like? Did they not tell you like, yo, you gotta chill?
Yeah, I had to chill out for a good.
But as soon as you could,
Yeah,
you were
2,
like
3
doing.
months.
You're like,
Exactly.
what can I do? Like to the doctor,
Exactly.
like what can I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they had me out there doing that, And
How long does it take to recover from something like that?
usually it's like 6 months, but man, I had 2. So this what they didn't understand is when you have 2 hamstrings, you know what I'm saying, you don't have one strong one that you can lean on.
Yeah.
So you got
So
a hurt
it's
one and
taking
hurt
longer for both of them to recover
one. Exactly.
because you have to use them. So
Yeah.
what'd you do? Wheelchair?
No, I didn't do any wheelchair.
Did you do crutches?
Yeah, for like the first 2 weeks.
I don't know what that feels like. So like, do you like? Does it like snap something or it just overextends it? So
No,
it's, like,
nothing snapped.
tape-
If something
does it-
snapped, bro, like man, I don't know.
That's way different. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I just don't know anything about that. So like, I'm just trying to think.
It's
so you
like
pulled that muscle.
Think of like a very severe Charlie horse.
Just all the time,
Yeah, so it's like a knot in there, you know.
and it's got to be worked out, like massage therapy, stuff like that, or
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's gotta be
stretching.
all
I'm
that,
guessing.
all that, all that.
Okay, so during this time,
Wow.
this is what I'm guessing took you longer than 6 months to recover.
Yep.
Okay, so during that time, you basically had to like chill. You couldn't really go do shit.
Yep.
Were you
Not
making
as much
music?
as you wanted to. Is
Yeah,
that,
man.
Is that what happened?
I was making music. I was working with this dude. He also got hurt at the time, man. Danny McFadden. He's like a model in New York right now.
Shit, it flickered again.
Yeah, that's crazy. Lights flickering.
I hope we don't lose any of this. Should I pause and save? Because I can only save when it pauses, I think. Should I do that?
Let's go. Let's hit the 40-minute mark, and then we'll pause and save.
Okay.
Ask me the question again.
Is that when you started?
Is that
making
yeah?
music?
Is that you and Danny McFadden?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was.
That's all. That's all.
Right. So I was working with this
was
dude,
thinking it was a cool name.
Danny McFadden,
Yeah.
who's now a model in New York, man. He's doing his thing.
Oh.
So you guys
Danny
planned on, so
McFadden.
basically you guys plan on getting hurt at the same time so you can make music.
Yeah, nah.
Oh.
See, he almost got me. He almost got me. Nah. It just
Yeah.
happened like that. So we were both on the rehab train, but yeah, man, we were
And
doing.
you
like,
already both made music like as a hobby.
yeah, he was singing. I was producing.
Oh, dope.
And,
So
and
it's like
rapping
a
stuff.
cool little
Yeah,
like
man.
R&B stuff.
get
I
to
was-
work off each other. Type
Exactly.
Deal.
I was recording some of his demos and stuff like that. We actually did a cover for Drake. What was the joint? We going home, something like that.
Just
Hold
hold
On.
on.
Yeah, just hold on. We going home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just called We're Going Home.
Crushed
Yeah.
it.
Ooh, that's a great. Ooh.
Yo, he crushed
I'd
it.
love
Is it
to
out?
hear it.
So like on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's
or
on
anything?
it's on his SoundCloud. It was bubbling for a
Okay,
while.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Bubbling.
Yeah.
I
Like that?
Yeah.
Yes, he likes that.
That'll be a sample. What I'm bubbling.
Okay, so then then were you like, okay, I have to make a career choice right now?
Yeah, man. I had to make a decision.
I imagine after sitting in the house,
Mhm.
and then when you get hurt, they probably give you some type of pain medication.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No,
Okay,
they
so
didn't give
you're
me
just okay. Well, I'm just saying that shit fucks with people's head.
Oh,
So
no.
like, but you got to sit inside the house.
So
Yeah.
your head's
All
good.
day.
Yeah, my head's
That's what he's saying.
Well, I mean, when you got to sit there and just think, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
that
it was.
That shit bum you out. So that's why you kind of got to a place of like, not to say it bums you out to have a career choice, but you're like, shit, I got to give this up. Like,
Yeah, I got to figure something out, man, because this right here is not working out. So I'm like, I got to find something, man, and I really want to go hard with this music thing because in my mind, it's like, this is all I got. This is my last thing. It's either this or nothing.
So it was basically track and field, and when you had time, you were making music.
Yeah.
And then like school was like whatever. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
At that point, man, I was getting drunk and shit. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I was skipping,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
My first semester, I had like a 0.8 or something like that. Yeah, man.
Oh.
Automatic academic suspension, but I bounced it back.
Yeah,
I bounced it back.
athlete.
Yeah.
Athletes get a little slide by.
You know what I'm saying?
They always do.
What I'm saying.
But yo, yeah, I had to figure something out, man. So I'm looking at all these schools. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. See.
I'm looking at Berkeley. Berkeley's nice,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I can't get in Berkeley because I fucked up.
It's hard to get in Berkeley, man.
Yeah, man.
Because your grades are shit.
Right. I couldn't hit that transfer.
Damn.
So I'm looking at Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't hit that transfer. Like, damn, shit. Right. So then I was like, I can't go to Belmont because
It's way too dang expensive.
not just that, I was just gonna feel bad.
Now at
And
this
I would've
point, you're
been-
looking at a school for music.
Yeah, I'm looking at a school for music, and I can't go to Belmont because here's another thing. When I was in high school, they actually offered me a scholarship to play ball over there.
Oh.
Where,
But
Belmont?
Yeah, Belmont. But I was like, man, I don't want to go to fucking Belmont, man.
Yeah, but yeah. It's
Yeah, but now I'm looking at it like, damn, bro, I should have went to Belmont.
But they do. How good was the scholarship?
Yo,
That's a real question.
it was full.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, man, it was full. I was like, I don't know what I was really
Did
thinking.
they have a good ball team?
No, they didn't. They didn't. I'm like, man,
That's why I didn't want to go to Belmont.
I didn't want
That's
to. I
another
don't want to
reason,
be on
yeah.
no whack team. You
but
know what
you
I'm
should
saying?
have
That's your
got a
main
free
focus.
music education.
Yeah,
But you weren't focused on.
I wasn't.
That. You
Nah, I
focused
wasn't
on
thinking
being
about
an
that.
athlete.
I was thinking about
Totally,
that. I was thinking
Makes
about like,
sense.
I'm trying to go to the
You were
league.
going, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So then I'm guessing you found MTSU then.
Yeah,
How'd
I
you come
found
across
MTSU.
MTSU? And this is what 2013 probably.
14.
Because we met in 14. So in 14, that's when you decided to go to MTSU.
Yeah, man. It was like it was.
How'd you find
So
it?
spring
April.
semester of 14 for you at Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man.
Second semester is no, this is your sophomore semester.
Yeah,
This is your fourth semester.
yeah, exactly. Fourth semester. And how I found it, man. I googled top music schools in the U.S. and it popped up.
MTSU.
In the
Yeah, I think it was
world.
like the
Was it?
fifth one.
Okay.
But this was like in 2014, so it was still on the come up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not
So-
even. They're not even there to the fullest extent that it will be yet.
Nah,
So
so
then
I was
why'd
getting
you-
pressed, man.
Why'd you
Yeah.
pull the trigger then, or how did you make that decision?
Did you visit
Like-
the school before?
Yeah, I visited the school.
You do customs.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, that's where I met Jordan at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How is he, by the
Yeah.
way?
Jordan's nice, man. He's
Good?
doing his thing. Yeah,
That's
he's
what's
doing his thing. He's back home in Atlanta.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I was nervous because I'm like, damn, bro. I never been out the state. Well, I've been out the state, but not for school or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know anybody from Tennessee.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, this is wild.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm a freshman too, so I'm gonna be a transfer. It's gonna be a whole different thing. But I got to the
Yeah, it's a whole different.
I got to the customs, and yeah, man, everybody was just, and this was the transfers customs, so everybody was all cool, man. It was like they all had they drive going. Everybody had like bright ass eyes.
Everybody's
you know what I'm saying?
excited.
They was ready for it.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, this is where I gotta be.
Yeah.
This is where I gotta be, man.
Did they take you in the studio?
No, they didn't.
They didn't take you in the studio on your tour? Oh, dude.
They didn't on mine
Dude,
either.
if they wouldn't have taken me in the studio, I would have been real bummed out.
No.
I would have not have been, well, I wouldn't have been real bummed out. I would have been, obviously I wouldn't have known what I was missing, but that's what sold me on going to MTSU.
That's what's up.
Because
That's what would
they
sell
took me-
anybody.
They took us on the tour, and they were like, a couple of you guys are in the audio program,
Yeah.
are wanting to do that because you fill out your little sheet or whatever, I think. Or maybe they just look at your file. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they maybe they just asked us. Who knows? Now I'm rambling. But he was like, "You want to see the studios?" And I was like, "Yeah, sweet."
Oh,
and
so they asked y'all.
And I was like,
Y'all got the special program.
Yeah.
"We
That's
got a good
crazy.
tour guide."
Hey, well, you probably had a tour guide that was actually in the RIM program
Yeah, that's a good point.
because
true.
mine was
Yeah.
not.
Dusty's still frustrated. Mine was not.
He was.
But yeah, we went in there, and I was like, "Y'all got class here." He's like, "Yep. See all the chairs?
That's lit.
Let's go.
That's lit, man.
Sign me up."
Hey, man, if you ask Jordan what the first thing I said was, everybody was introducing him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is what I said. They asked me, it got to me. So I said, my name is G, and I make fire-ass beats. I did. Everybody's like, oh, okay, he makes fire-ass beats.
Well, this
He
guy
makes
must make
fire-ass
fire
beats.
beats.
And I said it just like that. I said it with aggression and confidence. Like, and I make fire-ass beats.
Probably stuck your chest out and shit.
I did. Yeah,
Oh
but
shit.
it was
Okay,
fun, man.
so signed up for that. You fall of 14 because that's when I met you,
Yeah,
and then we had class together. I think we chilled like first semester.
yeah.
Yeah, showed
Yeah,
each
man.
other music and stuff like that, beats. I don't know if we worked on anything. Maybe we hacked around a little bit and trying different stuff out.
Yeah.
At that point, both you and I were just like,
I probably met right there, like in that first semester period.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
because after Dusty and I
'Cause
met,
that's when
we
I
lived in the
went.
same building. We pretty much hung out like every day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
We'd be like, yo, when you out of class?
It's crazy, man. Cause I think about it like a few months ago. Just thinking about it.
Yeah.
We were all just guppies, man.
Got young.
Yeah.
Guppies.
Yeah.
Like
I
everybody.
I feel like a guppy still.
I
just-
didn't
I
know.
mean, yeah, you're going to, but like if you look back at where you was at.
No, we were
beyond.
tadpoles. Now we're just little toads.
Little Toads.
We just little toads.
I'm
Little
trying to make
toad.
it to the bullfrog
You remember
stage.
Mozzie was in there?
Oh yeah, that's where we met Mozzie too.
Yeah, Mozzie was in there, man. And
Yeah.
I look at Mozzie, man.
Yep.
Like,
I
all
actually
these
haven't.
dudes.
I know I follow him on Instagram. I think unless he changed it or something, or got a new one. But I haven't seen anything from him in a while. But I don't know how the algorithm works now. To be
Algorithm
honest
is.
with you.
I hate Instagram algorithm, man. It's the
I've
worst
heard
thing
that
they
so
did.
many times this past week. I'm serious.
The worst thing that they did, man.
Well, you just gotta. I mean, honestly, you just have to learn how to use the shit.
But that's the thing. Like it turns into a game that continues to change.
But I like that though because sometimes it helps weed out the bullshit.
I understand that.
Like to
Weed
be
'em.
honest, like
I understand that, but it also puts caps on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh
take-
yeah, I've heard about that.
Exactly,
Or like
like-
when you pay for ads.
yeah,
Is that what you're talking about? Like
Yeah.
if you don't pay a certain amount, like if you like, go ahead.
that's what happened to me because I wanted to. This is what they say that you can cut it short. You know what I'm saying? And you just pay how much you used.
got yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's a downside to that because they cap you. Like they cap your engagements with everybody else. So that's one thing. And another thing, like, man, I'm a creative dude. That's what I do, like, all the time. So I can't be on social media all the time,
Yeah.
or else I go fucking crazy. I'll be anxious than a motherfucker.
Well, see, I found out, and I need to practice what I'm preaching here. But there was a time when I posted on Instagram when I was posting a lot, like when I redid my page and started doing the tiles and stuff.
Yeah.
That I used to post a lot, but I had a good habit of getting on there and not scrolling. I would just get on there, post, maybe scroll for like 5 minutes,
Yeah.
get off, and then really don't check it for much. Like, and if I'm checking it for anything, I'm checking my notifications and I'm putting it down. I'm not scrolling because it's so easy to flip over to the homepage and scroll, and you don't realize until it's like 35 minutes later and your feet are asleep because you've been sitting on the shitter. So,
Ooh,
I mean, it happens.
Bars.
bars.
But
okay.
so you we met fall semester of 14, and then we had a few classes together through college, and then during that time you were doing some shows here and there, I think, right? Nashville.
Yep.
I mean, you started to, and then
Yep.
we've worked on a bunch of stuff like here and there, different times.
Yeah.
And then, so what's as far as say how much longer did you have left for school when you were here? How many semesters did you do at MTSU?
Man, I did 3 years, man. I think that's
Okay,
6.
so okay,
and then I did a summer intern. So
Okay,
it was
where'd
like
you
7
intern?
Blackbird.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Enter that Blackbird.
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Blackbird
Yeah.
Studio
Yeah.
is. Can you give a good description of Blackbird Studio for anyone that might be listening that doesn't know what Blackbird Studio is?
Oh man, Blackbird Studio is like the premier studio in Nashville, man. It's got I think 7 rooms. It's got like
Dude, it's a maze.
thousands of microphones. Yo, when you edit
Does
this,
it really?
yeah, I'm gonna need the reverb and delay on that. Thousands of microphones, make it big.
Microphones, phone.
Exactly. It's got crazy rooms. It's got 3 SSL 9000s. It's got 2 APIs. I want to say one is a 1601.
So you're more of an SSL fan too. As
Yeah,
far as
that
consoles
is
go.
that's my joint. That's my joint. There was
I think
a
it's
few dudes.
way better than the API, in my opinion. It's just the way I like to use it.
Yeah, I agree with
But
you.
the API, I've heard people get really, really, really good mixes out of it.
And I don't know how they do it.
And
don't know how to do it.
I don't either.
I don't know how to do it. I'll mess around with an API.
The people that use those proficiently, yep, I respect the hell out of you.
Yeah, man. When I think of this is how I describe them: SSL, silk. API, brick. That's how it feels for me. Like
Damn.
I'm working through a brick, and I'm not throwing a shot or nothing. It's just like a harder sound.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah, with SSL, it's a silkier sound for me.
Huh.
Yeah.
What a way to describe sound.
I like silky sound.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I got that silky sound.
I be
swag.
telling her this all the time, and like it's a hard sound. It sound like concrete, you know. And she's like, "What does that mean?
it's just too
Fuck
much.
does that mean?
It's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard."
Dude, there's some weird things that I've been noticing recently.
What's
with-
that, bruh?
I can hear when I don't know if you guys are gonna think I'm crazy or not, but I can hear when a phone charger is plugged in.
Like the voltage from it?
I can hear a high pitched, real fucking high pitch. You know, like the sound when a TV's on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Man, you
can
might
hear
need to
that the
change the
TV's on.
cable, bro.
No, I've tried that. I've done this with. I've
I'm
done
not
this
even trying to be funny. I'm just like,
no,
it sounds like it's gonna
I'm
explode.
serious though. I've done it. So you don't hear it unless it's not plugged. Like a phone's not plugged into it. If a phone's not plugged into it, I can hear it. As soon as I take the phone off the charger, I've done it with multiple chargers. I hear it every time. It's weird. I can hear a lot, like a lot of high pitched stuff. And I was thinking about this. It was either today or yesterday. I need to like preserve that as much as I can.
Hell yeah.
Because going to loud concerts and like DJing too, it will. I mean, I've
Rip
been in
'em.
some rooms that are too loud. What's up, Dan? Yeah, we're recording a podcast. You want to come say hey?
Okay, we're going to have a Dirty Dan. say
Dirty
something.
Dan,
man?
what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, hope y'all are having a beautiful day today, and hope y'all are enjoying these hooligans talking. and
It's a
everything.
tornado warning.
It's pretty spooky out there, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough. I was driving like 30 miles per hour the whole time.
Oh, wow.
How bad is it like around here?
It's
Real
not
bad?
It's
No?
not that bad.
Are we good?
We're good.
Okay, because we about lost power a couple times.
Oh, dude, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
All right.
You'll have fun. I don't want to
See you, Mr. Drippy Drip.
Yeah.
I see you out here, boy.
Hey,
you
don't fall down the
spilling.
stairs with that drip, bro.
Boy, you get slick with that drip,
Got
cuz.
the Austin Power jacket on.
Ooh.
Icy.
So
Is that red velvet?
say, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. How well do you know Dan? Do you guys know Dan?
Nah.
Dude.
No.
At all?
No.
Oh yeah, sorry, but I would have introduced you. He's one of a kind person, definitely. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. He's a
He's got-
musician,
he's got swag.
songwriter.
He's got swag,
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he also works at a boot shop. So sometimes he be coming out of the house looking crazy. I'm like, boy, you going to work, ain't you? He's like, yeah, yeah,
You gonna
yeah.
sell them boots.
Man, I applied for a boot shop, man. They said I got to buy one of the boots. Them motherfuckers cost $300, man. Like, yo, y'all kidding me, son?
Yep, dude. I went in there to where he works. Was it on Broadway?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They're
Expensive,
dude,
man.
They can get so expensive. I didn't realize that.
Man.
Dude, you know the boot store that he works at has a third floor?
Have
you ever been there?
I haven't been there, but I've heard him talk about it.
Dude.
For anybody listening to this is Nashville life right here,
Nashville.
where we talking
we
about
got-
boots.
We have
People
like
get
7
drunk.
to 10 boot stores just on Broadway.
People
Yeah.
get super drunk on Broadway and think it's just the prime time to be in Nashville and
And
buy a
they
pair
boots.
of boots.
They gotta
Yep.
get their boots.
Some people leave their shoes.
No shit, for
Yeah.
real?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dan
Like,
said
fuck
that-
it.
Dan
Leave my
said
shoes.
Some guy almost left a brand new pair of Nikes the other day.
Wow.
One guy
Brand new
gave Dan his shoes
Yep. He was like,
so he could just wear the boots.
That's wild, man.
And apparently he bought those shoes like a couple days before.
Like when I moved down here, man, it's a different world, man.
oh, he did get those shoes. I forgot. I thought that he got an older pair. No,
He
the guy
got
that
those-
bought those shoes just gave him. Yeah,
Gave them to
he
Dan.
did get
Yeah.
those shoes.
If anybody listened to this from back from the DMV, it's a different world when you come down here, man. But you got to come down here. It's a whole party. You know
But
what I'm saying?
see, the thing is that it's not only country though. Like it's not super country like a lot of people think.
Hey, that's
Dude,
what I'm
you
saying.
know what I seen on YouTube
What's that?
yesterday? It was a Vice documentary. It was like one of those 17-minute or 20-minute ones, and it was about Nashville street race life.
Yeah, that's real.
And that's like becoming more. Yeah, do you see him shut down the highway?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit's crazy.
They let it happen, and that's what's up.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Just nuts. You hear about that? And they like
I
parked
mean,
their cars
briefly,
all
I didn't.
on the
I
front.
didn't
When
get
were we
the-
talking about this?
Yeah, we were, but
Last night.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
But they just all parked and did donuts in the highway. Like a bunch of cars came out and. But
That's crazy.
it's nuts. It's nuts. It was on
For
the
sure.
news next morning. So, damn, what was that? I think.
Yeah.
Yo, these drops are crazy.
Oh, we got killer drops. There's a ton of them.
Well,
We
we could get better. We talk about getting certain things every podcast. Well, the past couple.
Are you ragging on me right now?
No, I'm not ragging.
You're ragging on
No,
me.
I'm not
It's cool,
ragging.
dude.
No, we
It's
just
cool.
forget because it's okay. It is cool. You're right. Okay.
Shut up.
Okay. What up?
Shut up. I was looking for it. Shut up.
That's a good one.
All right, so I think I asked you. No, I didn't. I asked you how long you were here, which is, you said 3 years. 7 semesters, technically.
Yeah.
So what is probably one of your best memories from college? Could be just during that time period. In relation to your music career.
Okay, so
could be like audio classes, could be a teacher that showed you something or spent some good time with you, or
yeah, I'm gonna say the time that I was in John Merchant's class.
I never had Merchant, and I kind of regret not taking one of his classes.
That mixing class, man, I waited so long for that mixing class, and when I got it, it was worth the wait. You know what I'm saying? He taught me some gems.
Tough though, wasn't it?
No, man. Like people.
I mean, it was kind of demanding, I guess.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like you had to do a mix a day, but people who really didn't get anything out of that class, I felt like they just weren't giving it their all. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't apply themselves.
You weren't applying yourself. Like, man, I was talking to John Merchant like every day, emailing. You know what I'm saying? I was asking him about my mix, like in depth. Like he would give you some descriptions of like what he felt about your mix, but I wanted more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I came into him a few times to ask like about some songs that I was working on. And at the time, I was working on that mix for What Homies that I dropped.
Mm-hmm. You'll hear it
in January.
Are we gonna play that first, or are we gonna play the new first? What do you want to play first?
Let's play that What Homies first.
Okay.
And then we drop that new one afterwards. But
Swag.
yeah, man, he was telling me like, it sounds like there's some weird phasing that was going with this thing. And that's why it took me so long to mix it. Is because the sample that I used, I don't know what they did with it, but man, it was like a weird sample. So I had to mess around with some mid side.
Okay.
To get.
And he turned you on.
Raggy.
He turned. So he turned you on to that.
Yeah.
No?
He.
I never used mid side, to be honest with you.
And I didn't either, because
I didn't have the plugins when I learned about it.
Actually, funny thing, Dave Pensado told me not to do it. Yeah, at Pensado's place, I asked him like, "Hey man, I'm working on this mix, man."
Vintage King?
Yeah,
when
Vintage
he came
King.
Did he come for the Gear Fest?
Yeah, the Gear Fest. And I asked him like, "Hey man, I'm working on this mix, man, but I'm trying to use mid-side compressor." He stopped me. He's like, "You're trying to EQ mid-side? No, you don't do that." Like, yo, he pretty much like cussed me out. He's like, "That's stupid." That's
in
a dumbass
audio
deal.
terms, he cussed you out.
Yeah, right. He's like, "It's stupid. Don't do that." And
Damn.
but it worked though.
Did it?
Yeah, but
So
it worked
you
out.
did it
Shout out to
anyway?
Dave Pensado, man. You the GOAT. Yeah, I did it anyways, and it worked out.
That's what's up. That's kind of cool. So, Merchant was your
Yeah, that was my guy.
favorite thing about college, probably? Like one of your favorite memories about college, just like that class and having that experience with him. Do you
That
feel
one.
like...
And Dowdy Fletcher too.
Dude, Fletcher was the shit.
Yeah, he's the
Fletcher
shit.
was super cool. Yep.
I'm trying to think who Fletcher is.
Fletcher
What's he
was
look
like, he's younger than a lot of the audio professors. Wouldn't say he's young, but he's got black hair, tall, and he's got swag, just like the way he just like cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, oh, he would be cool to have for class.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever met him or not. It was in the small studios is where the D&E is what he taught. 4400, right?
I believe so.
4400.
I don't know.
But that was like the first studio class I ever had. Or that's what everybody has, right?
Yeah.
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 So.
And more music wise, I would have to say, man, getting in with Urban Entertainment Society.
Yeah. Dude, see, we talk about that a lot. Like being part of a group to have people to just, it doesn't have to be like you don't have to make music together. You don't have to. It just being in a group of people, being associated with a group of people that's in the culture of what you're working on is really good.
Yeah.
It can excel your career and really your knowledge like far.
Yeah.
Like real quick. And it keeps you
Facts.
inspired. You know what I mean? It's a big deal, I think. And then I don't know, would you say for Urban Entertainment Society you did some things that you never thought you would do as far as like work on certain things with certain people or do things for the group or participate in an event or
Yeah, man, I learned a lot about events. Putting on events, what really goes on with it. just working with these dudes, man, and I learned a lot about networking. I learned a lot about networking. Add some reverb on that too. What I learned is, man, you got to be open to stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to be open for encounters. A lot of my college experience, I had a goal in mind. And since I was so focused on that goal, man, I had tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? I got to get these mixes done. I got to get new songs. I got to get, you know what I'm saying?
When you were in that group?
Throughout my whole MTSU.
Really?
Experience. Yeah.
Okay.
I always had an agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I learned after I graduated that that's not cool. You can't be so focused on your agenda that you neglect on what's going on in front of you. Because, for example, somebody who was also in urban entertainment was Tay Keith.
Oh, yeah.
But we never chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I was.
If you guys don't know who Tay Keith is, you're fucking up.
Exactly.
Just Google Tay Keith.
Exactly.
He graduated from MTSU.
Tay space.
Since I was so much in my lane, I missed that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we would have had a whole collaboration, but I would at least got to meet the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If nothing else.
Well, and even, I mean, aside from Tay Keith, there's a lot of other people that were associated with Urban Entertainment Society that you could have made a project with that could have propelled your career even farther.
Exactly. Bubbling. There's a young girl, Melanie Faye.
Yeah.
Who
bubbling.
plays guitar. She was also in there.
She's got a lot.
She's doing a thing.
Of exposure.
She's doing a thing.
Yeah, she is. It. Great guitarist.
Yeah.
Great.
Most definitely. Nice.
She still go to MTSU?
No. I don't know.
She left.
But that was just a testament, man. I learned a lot in college, and that was like a very key thing.
So you enjoyed college?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed college.
On two sides, Playboy, on the party side of Virginia Tech, getting wasted, and on the academic and future side of MTSU.
The most I got out of it was like you were saying, what you should have done more of. Mm-hmm. That I did a lot of that stuff. I still had an agenda, I would say, throughout college. Like always, like I got to get this done, I got to do that. But since I was like in those groups of people that like counted on me for things, like it could be me and Dusty working on something together, or something for AMP, or something. Really, class was the thing I put off the most, if I could, because I was always had some kind of music to work on through college. I never I'd say the last half there was more times than not that I had stuff to work on as far as music goes, and it was just for friends, or really that's who I was doing it with, just any of our friends that made music. Like we'd work on random stuff, like make beats, different stuff like that. But having that community, I did a lot of that networking and stuff. All the people I said on the last podcast, I think all the people I work with are from AMP. Like everybody.
Yeah.
AMP was doing some good things.
AMP was doing some good things. Yeah.
They're still killing it as far as I know. Or I'm not on campus, but I follow their Instagram and they're still doing events.
I think they're doing great.
Still having shows.
I might pop up on campus one day.
I think I think
I did the other day. I still had.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I think Monday I'm going to AMP Rides is Monday, and I think I'm gonna just drop in after work.
Nice. What time does it start? 7?
6. They changed the time. 6 to 8.
6 to 8, boy.
Yeah. They're still doing the beat battles?
That was Match Records, and I don't think that. I thought Match Records. I thought it was
Match Record
on pause for a minute.
Yeah, it's on pause.
Oh.
It's the last
as far as I
heard.
Know. Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
I'm not tuned in really anymore. It's you get tuned out really quick after you graduate.
Yeah.
When that life hits you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Boy.
Smack you in the back of the neck.
That's true.
And
so I want to get into
what?
Well, I got two things I was going to say.
Okay, and I also have one thing. So you say your two things.
Okay, I want to get into a little bit of after college, and a little bit more like towards the end, because I feel like it gets, especially for you graduated with an audio production degree,
right?
So towards the end, it gets juicy. It's juicy. Like some of the classes that you take and stuff, it's nice. So, I want to talk a little bit about that, but I think since it's 63 minutes, is that bars or is that minutes?
It's minutes.
Okay, so 63 minutes. We should probably go ahead. It's probably a little longer than that. I got a little before and after cuts, but you should introduce What Homies, and we should play that.
All right.
And take a break for a second. I got to pee and I need some water. Go ahead.
All right, so this song "What Homies," man, it's a song about when I was leaving from Virginia, and the reaction that I got from my homeboys and people I was running with, it wasn't all that good. When you leave to go and big up and better yourself, you chasing something. A lot of people not gonna be receptive to that. So this is how it feels.
Okay.
Try to bring the hood along. Too many dead and gone. Swear been gone too long. But you can't call my phone. I'm out here growing cold. Out here by my own son. Nigga came back home. And I can't count on no one. All I ever wanted was to be somebody. But that's pivotal. Anybody can be anybody at the digital. Spending my days tweaking my flows, pacing around in my living room. I mean habitual, I mean perfecting every syllable just to be where I am today. Had my dues to pay, had mistakes to make, had to pay my way and blow some cake so I can finally say, fuck y'all niggas from the bridge, still talking that shit. Might snap and rush up on you like the blitz. We was cool till that dragon breath, bitch, red lips, yapping the gums to all you niggas taking the fudge, but fuck it, I'm cool off it. Selling heat rocks to the people, I need profit. Guess y'all seen how I eat, trying to get a piece, don't reach out, break your teeth in a blink, and I keep a promise. These niggas pump friggin' like the Bron. It's tough to be the gold, it's a hard job. Got me working all hours, day and night, guy. Y'all ain't pulling no weight in the bomb, sucker. Don't tell me how the fuck I switched up. As I recall, y'all never picked up. Looking like y'all niggas done slipped up. Chuck bleach, whole bottles up. Zooming in my chop top. Gerard, I'm in the hood alone. Too many dead and gone. They say I've been gone too long, but you can't call my phone. Out here growing cold. Out here by my lonesome, and I finally came back home. And I can't count to no one, man. That's the shit that gon' piss me off. That's the shit that gon' piss me off. That's the shit that gon' push me over the edge. Put a bullet in your head, yeah, that's the shit that's gon' piss me off. Yeah, I wanna fly, but got shackles on my ankles. Thorns in my halo, my loved ones always turn into anchors, yeah. Always need a favor, I wanna swan dive in the good life. I wanna find me a fine wife who don't bitch over menial shit. I mean, damn, I love you, but damn, girl, I can't stand your woman if she wanna act like I ain't a maniac. Damn, dog, at least one. A brother been waiting too long for the first day of summer. Got a woman with these shoulders. Yeah, know my day coming like a nympho squirt. Wear my ass off trying to hit that benzo skirt. Then revive in the morning with some sensu perk. I'ma stack my money taller than a Miss Albert. And ice my chain out to the igloo hurt. Bitch, get that lazy, see me swerve. Nah, if I had the cash, I'ma pack my bags, hop in a spaceship and up and leave this earth. I seen too many friends ride off in a black hearse. I'm leaving, you should come too. Carry on for years and now my back hurt. G ain't Jesus, tell me what the fuck can I try to bring the hood along. Too many dead and gone. They say I've been gone too long, but you can't call my phone. Out here growing cold. Out here by my lonesome, and I finally came back home. And I can't count to no one, man. That's the shit that gon' piss me off. That's the shit that gon' piss me off. That's the shit that gon' push me over the edge. Put a bullet in your head, yeah. That's the shit that's gon' piss me off. Yeah.
Alright, look, bro, this the last, I swear on mothers, this the last fucking take. Look, I'm gonna hit a little different. Hey, it's gonna be crazy, nigga.
I got the heart of a hero, the face of a villain, with the hell of a combo. Fucking, I'm making a killing. Hoes love that I'm different. I've been piquing their interest, cause we don't talk about dumb shit like Starbucks or Pinterest. Sucker, come look at my pigment. Do you witness the difference? I don't scare easy, nah. Guess my nuts a little bigger. Chopping up trees in the timber, feeling like Johnny Storm in the winter. She say I'm hot, but my flow is colder than polar bear shivers. I got my sauce pack and my bread right, but she don't love you. She low-key on the side. She in the club tonight, nose at an Aspen height, grinding on her girlfriend, head bobbing while I rock the mic. Niggas still hating on me, I ain't do no thing but collect my change. Making dollars, now they say I changed. We ain't worth the same. Tryna screw me, yo nut ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up already, boy.